So I feel like the last time that I reviewed the DJI Mic Mini, there is a critical mistake that I made, or much rather, something that I didn't mention, and that's got to do with how the mic performs if you're outside in a noisy environment with the noise muffler off, which is like the noise reduction, or with the noise reduction on. So on or off, I didn't quite check that. So obviously today I'm walking in a street where there's quite a lot of cars. At the minute, the noise reduction is turned off. So this is what it sounds like when you've got like a lot of traffic. And I'm just gonna have a look at that and check, how does it sound? Does it sound better? There's a little button by the side here that you use to turn that on and turn that off. So I've switched that noise reduction on, and this is how it should sound. I probably should have adjusted my levels like inside on the camera for the mic, because I see it's showing me that it's just about clipping. So I'm just going to reduce that, and then I'm going to try that again. So this is what it should sound like with the noise reduction turned on, as well as adjustments inside the camera to make sure that it's not clipping. But that's another thing with this mic, is it doesn't record 32-bit float. So you really have to make sure that your audio is not really clipping that hard. Otherwise you won't be able to recover it. But I'm gonna turn it off again to see what it will sound like, or to hear what it will sound like with the noise reduction back turned off again. So I've turned that noise reduction back off again, and this is what it sounds. So I've used this mic before, so I kind of know what you guys are going to hear when I release the video, and it's pretty decent. And there's something which is pretty odd that you might find. When I used the DJI Mic 2, right, and I was comparing it to this one, the DJI Mic Mini, and that video will be out like in a couple of weeks. The DJI Mic Mini, despite being cheaper and smaller, actually performed a lot better when it came to using the internal noise reduction. And that's something that I found quite interesting, because this is a cheaper mic which is smaller. But I've had to like redo it with the noise reduction turned off, because the audio looked like it was clipping. And that's another thing that you should probably take note of when you're recording with the DJI Mic Mini, which is that it doesn't record 32-bit float. So you really have to try to get your audio levels correct in camera, because if not, it's going to be a bit difficult to recover that without the 32-bit float. But otherwise, that's been the test. I haven't done a lot of videos in the last couple of days, and that's largely been because the weather's been pretty crap of late. So it's been too cold for me to get out, so I've spent quite a lot of time in the house instead. But yeah, that's what the audio sounds like. The other thing I probably should have tested, which I'll test again, but probably maybe in a YouTube short, is its range. I'm trying to cross the road, so that's why you see I keep looking left and right. So yeah, the range, but the range is pretty good. When I've done it before, I've been able to get 40, 50, 60 meters worth of range, which to me is more than enough, because if you're ever recording and you've got like your mic 200 meters away and your recording device 200 meters away, you're asking for trouble, and sooner or later stuff's gonna get nicked off you. So yeah, I might just do that like in a YouTube short. It might not be worth a whole video entirely, but at least, yeah. So you guys have gotten a chance to really listen while I'm walking around with the mic in quite noisy environments, both with the noise reduction on and with the noise reduction off. So yeah, cheers.